Win a die roll with a 3, but here Matthew will be going first. But yeah, you were saying the dice roll not as impactful as it might be in some other matchups. Both decks are pretty resilient, both able to go second, have a lot of those tools.
They both have the tools necessary to play into each other, namely just how good Mitsurugi is into itself, as well as Yummy.
All right, Matthew's made it to main phase 1, but just sets a monster face down and then activates Habakiri.
Oh, he looks like he's trying to keep the monster on the field, and there's the Fuwalis in chain.
So maybe he wants to tribute his face down monster instead of the monster special summoning from his deck, and doesn't want to reveal information, so sets it face down instead of summoning it. I like it. Really heads up. The Fuwalis is met by Called by the Grave. And you saw Matthew taking a moment to consider, should I even use this here? Is this something I need to stop? He decides, yes, it is.
Yeah, he at least had some consideration that this wasn't a problem, but he wants to commit a bit more. He has the resources. Okay, he drew the Nightsword Serpent. He's going to be able to chain block the Saji here. Because the Nightsword Serpent was sent to the graveyard by a card effect, he's going to be able to summon it back to the field.
Smart stuff here from Matthew Vandenheuvel.
Resolution?
The Saji will add Mitsurugi Prayers to the hand. Kind of signifies that he probably has access to Mitsurugi Ritual, but...
Or he was just being aware that Droll and Lockbird exists, so he can at least alter his play. If he can at least change what he adds off the Prayers now, because he can chain it to the Droll.
Ritual from deck?
True.
Oh no, he's opting not to use it at all, and we have the Ritual in hand, as you mentioned.
Yep, so he's going to save that Prayers to use on Christian's turn. But the Droll and Lockbird still going to be pretty tough here for Matthew. At least he's going to be able to establish some monsters onto his field, but Droll, one of those cards that's usually pretty strong against the Mitsurugi strategy, but top tier Mitsurugi players like Matthew know how to play around it as best as possible.
I think he's really considering whether it was correct to have used that call by there. Would have been better to just give him a few draws to not be met with Droll and Lockbird in this situation?
Yeah, it could be the case. We're going to see what he's going to be able to do. He has the Murakumo, and now he can go into a rank 4.
Or potentially an SP Little Knight, or IP Masquerena.
Okay, or a Link 2, yep. That also works.
He has the Prayers to be able to use the Murakumo on his opponent's turn. Looks like it's going to be just a lone set. The Nightsword Serpent is banished because it was summoned off its own effect.
Yeah, a lot of times we see it end up back in the graveyard because it's used like in the Seize material or something like that. This is not the case here. But what I really love is, like, sometimes when you draw, like, the Nightsword Serpent, you know, it's not a great draw. You'd rather send it from your deck and special summon it out. But being able to know how you can utilize it with something like Habakiri the way he did was pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's a very flexible card. It is, in fact, a reptile, so it does function with all the Mitsurugi cards already available. Christian now going to decide how to start into the board. It's not... It doesn't seem.
I think he went battle phase.
Oh, did he?
I think he went battle phase, and now he is in main phase 2. So it looks like he was trying to force out the IP Masquerena here from Matthew, but you're not going to catch an elite player like him sleeping. He knows that that's what Christian was trying to do, and unfazed.
End phase?
It just passes right back.
It doesn't look like he has a whole lot going for him. We're going to be using the Prayers in the end phase, generate some value here. That's going to be able to potentially summon back the Saji or grab Kusanagi from the deck here, which I imagine is what you're going to do.
I'm going to get the American one.
Oh, Called by the Grave is solid.
Extremely impactful here.
He's going to be able to make sure that Murakumo doesn't come back, but it's also going to stop it from being able to use its effect on the following turn. But with no other cards on the field, it feels like a small victory in an otherwise tough game for Christian.
All right, it looks like the Prayers is going to be adding Habakiri and summoning back the Saji. It looks like Saji will probably go ahead and add another copy of Mitsurugi Ritual, and we're going to be able to start off the next turn the exact same way.
This first game is looking really good here for Matthew and his pure Mitsurugi deck.
You want to cut? Draw for turn.
All right, Matt drawing for turn here. Doesn't have to do too much damage. I mean, it's a decent amount, but very easy to do with how large these monsters can be.
Main phase 1.
Sure. All right, from the main phase. Going to start things off with Mitsurugi Ritual to summon from hand.
Oh, he already. I was wondering why he didn't grab Murakumo, because I assume that's the monster you'd want to summon. Even after it's been called by the grave, it's still the one you want to end on. But this makes sense. He already had a copy of it in hand, so he just got the Habakiri for more material. And now we're going to be able to send Aramasa and I imagine Kusanagi from the deck as tribute for material. Chainlink 1 Aramasa, Chainlink 2.
Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2 target?
Kusanagi's going to add back the Mitsurugi Ritual. The Aramasa is going to add Futsu. And there's another droll. Plenty of drolls, just nothing.
That's fine. I think at this point, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have any. You can draw all those interactions with the hand as you want. If you have no way to start your plays, it's kind of tough.
From deck?
Yep.
Ritual from deck. He's going to be able to tribute the Futsu he just added from his hand to special summon maybe another copy of Habakiri.
Yep.
Now the Futsu can still add a card. Oh no,
No,
it's a draw Lockbird. So it's going to stay in the graveyard and not add anything.
Looks like we'll potentially be going into battle phase. He's doing some math here. What is that? 18, 24, 32?
Looks like he might be going into his extra deck to get a little more damage onto the field.
Christian
So I'm at
having to
2
use-
summons, correct?
Huh?
I'm at 2 summons currently?
Yeah, just these two, right?
Yeah.
Yep, 2 summons. He doesn't need to play into anything. Oh,
no
he does have the
tribute.
prayers. Well, we didn't know about this one, actually. We're just going to
effect
be...
card?
Didn't you
Someone
just use
use-
this
Oh.
to add back?
Yeah.
He
you're
did.
good. So I take 800.
He's paying 800 to summon back the Nagi. That's going to be summon 3. You're going to be
then
able to go...
On
he can't attack
yeah, sorry.
directly with the Kusanagi, so he's going to need to overlay to get that last bit of damage. But that'll
Certainly.
only be 4 summons.
Looks like he's looking at the Light Ray.
Battle phase?
Yep, adding Nister. Just
Light
needs
Dragon,
the
yeah.
damage.
That should be enough.
Yep.
24, 32, 28. Yeah. That's it.
Any of the
Yep.
Mitsurugis. It can't get worse, right? Right?
All it takes is 1 normal summon. Any of them will do. I guess not Fualos. That doesn't count. But prayers.
That can turn into an Almirage. That's a Link one, right?
Yeah, but it requires you to already have the other one.
one. But Mitsurugi Prayers, tributing the Futsu from the hand, is going to be the first action here from Christian. I believe he said it's in the draw phase.
You have to assume it's in the draw phase, but this is an extremely strong start.
Yeah, going to be able to add all these cards before Droll and Lockbird can be played.
Chain Link 1 will be Futsu, Chain Link 2 will be Aramasa.
Resolves.
Yep, and then immediately in the main phase, I believe both these cards will be adding, assuming the cards are not already in the hand, it will be adding Mitsurugi Ritual as well as Ame no Murakumo, and then immediately in main phase, it'll be activating that ritual to summon from that Murakumo from hand. But there they are. One of the strongest plays this deck has.
Definitely. Things already off to a much better start here for Christian in game number 2 than we saw in game number 1. And
From hand?
yep, you called it. The first action is going to be Mitsurugi Ritual, probably to summon from hand first. But it looks like
Will we have a Dominus Impulse here in response?
It is.
There it is. That's like the one card that you get access to in that deck that the Yummy version cannot play.
That's fine.
and it's a pivotal one. Being able to stop Mitsurugi Ritual is huge. You're not able to get it back because you can't send Kusanagi. But Christian has a pre-preparation of right, so he's going to have a way to get to Mitsurugi Mirror and a Habakiri just with this one card.
I mean, yeah, both those cards are extremely strong at this moment.
Yep, especially with the Futsu in the graveyard already, he'll be able to summon that back to the field. And I know we had conversations outside of this tournament a couple weeks ago, actually, talking about how in the Mitsurugi deck, if you just have like Futsu on the field, bringing back those Mitsurugi monsters can be overwhelming just on its own.
Yeah, that's usually against like something like Yummy. You just don't have to do anything in response to any of their effects. You could just wait until battle phase and eventually just get rid of everything with Murakumo because nothing actually threatens the Futsu. The problem is you don't really get to do that against the mirror match because they also have a Murakumo.
But your guys can protect you from the Murakumo.
Not when they're all
as
being
well.
destroyed at once.
Oh, because it's all at the same time. That's right. So they would all just go. So Murakumo actually lines up really well in the mirror match.
Yeah,
I like that.
which is why I said the dice roll didn't matter too much here.
Because Murakumo is like the great equalizer.
Yeah.
I like that.
Target ritual.
All right, so Habakiri is going to summon Kusanagi, and then Kusanagi is going to be tributed off, and it will add back that ritual. So Christian Urena still finding a way to get to the Mitsurugi ritual despite that Dominus Impulse, so really not losing out on too much here.
Very strong Mitsurugi opening here. I wonder if there is a Yummy card in hand. We have not seen a normal summon yet, but we're just going to continue with the Mitsurugi cards. We will use Ritual's effect as Ritual Summon from the deck, using material in the hand or field.
Yep, you can use each effect.
And we're going to be treating that
do you
Murakumo.
think, since he doesn't have any of the Yummy cards, do you think Christian is going to go for something like the Zombie Vampire to try and fish out for those Yummy cards, or do you think he's just going to try and rely on the Mitsurugi cards here in this mirror match?
I think he'll end up going for the Yummy cards.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yep, solid answer.
Yeah.
I also agree.
It's a pretty good shot, yeah.
It's hard not to, and it's also like Zombie Vampire is like one of those cards, kind of like Chaos Ruler, where it's just too much fun not to do. Like even though things could go wrong, it's very unlikely that it'll be too bad.
You have to see what's in the box.
I gotta look. I gotta know what's in the box. But the Mitsurugi Mirror is going to tribute off the Habakiri, summoning the Murakumo, and then the Habakiri is going to special summon itself back and add Purification from the deck to the hand.
That's a strong card to have in this position. That's one of those cards you probably see sided in, or maybe not.
First. Yep.
And it looks like we are overlaying.
Purification is always like the icing on the cake that's really hard to play for, but it is the Zombie Vampire. What's in the box? It's going to send the top 4 cards from both players' decks to the graveyard, and then Christian can special summon a light or dark monster, and he, or not a light or dark, just any
it's
monster.
Not Chaos Ruler.
Yeah,
not actually.
I got my wires confused with Chaos Ruler, but going to summon Droll and Lockbird.
It's good enough.
It's
good enough.
So he's going to be able to turn his monster into Gravity Controller. Droll and Lockbird is a level 1, and he does go into a Cupsy Yummy way. So it really shows he can just hit just about anything with that Zombie Vampire and find a way to bridge into the Yummy part of the deck.
Let's not forget to mention that Saji was sent to the graveyard for Matt here. That's going to be pretty important. You're not going to be able to access that in the deck now.
Yeah, that means that Habakiri can't tribute it. It means like Prayers can summon it back potentially, which is kind of something, but
Prayers can always do that.
Yeah, so if you have Prayers, yeah, you're already good to go. So definitely hinders the Habakiri plays a little bit. Looks like Christian's going to add a couple of Yummies to his hand and discard Habakiri. Cupsy Yummy's going to come down first and add a Yummy card.
There's that Yummy surprise.
It's not a surprise that that's what he is adding.
I'm wondering how he's going to try to get access to his Mitsurugi engine, or if he's just going to rely on the prayers. Because he does have Purification, that he might want to end on an actual Mitsurugi monster on the field. Ritual monster, of course.
All right, Yummy Snatch is going to place the Yummy Amusement Minion. That's going to let Christian bring back a level 1.
See if he opts to use it now, or if he goes with a different extender from here. Because he does still have the Lollipop in hand.
Contemplating his next move.
All right, looks like we're going to be synchroing into Lollipop Way.
Lollipop Yummy Way is going to summon back 2 Yummies.
Going to get back the Cupsy Way as well as regular Cupsy. All right, considering his plays here, is that a Synchro 3? Yeah.
Either the Starham, Sam, Sorrow Cat.
Okay, and I believe now we get to use our normal summon, because we haven't done that yet. That's going to be on Marshmallow.
Yep. Okay.
Now it looks like he's synchroing for Herald of the Arclight. He's already used his Gravity Controller. Doesn't need to add any Mitsurugi cards in the deck to hand, so that's probably going to stay on the field.
Has a large amount of cards in hand. We get to use the surprise now to get the Marshmallow back on the field. Add back the surprise. And now we are going to be putting back the Cupsy Yummy Way to summon back the Samsara Cat.
All right, looks like we're going for another level 4, or it could be a Link 2.
Yeah, I'm wondering what it could be actually here. Maybe an SP Little Knight to banish the Saji for good measure? Oh no, just IP Masquerena. That's fine too.
Not bad, not bad.
Arguably pretty good.
You notice he has the prayers and the purification. I guess the question is, does he save the prayers to try and summon back Murakumo to destroy all the monsters, or does he use it right away so he can get his purification online to kind of deal with some of those scary going second cards that can really tear into a field?
No effect on this one.
It looks like he's just flooding the board here, making sure he has a lot of monsters available to have more options with that IP Masquerena, more options with his yummy cards. And the turn was passed to Matthew. He does have a lot of answers in his deck for the yummy end board, but he's taking a long look at his hand, and I'm not sure if he has the material he needs.
Okay.
There's Super Polymerization. That's a great way to start.
That is a strong start. Discarding Mitsurugi Ritual, and he's going to
phase
fuse the 2 Synchro monsters.
Going to be using this in the draw phase.
I believe it's the same attribute, different types, right? So it's going to be Mud Dragon.
I'll affect the Herald.
Herald will be able to add a ritual card for Christian here, but not super relevant up to this point. I honestly think if Christian gets another turn, that's going to be the end of the game.
Yeah, even though the Super Poly is great at breaking fields, there's still a lot he has to deal with. The Purification that's set, the Prayers can summon back Murakumo, the IP Masquerena can make SP, the Surprise can summon back something like a Snatchy if he keeps the Lollipo on the field, and then he can synchro into a Cookie Yummy way. Still a lot here that Christian's trying to throw at Matthew.
I mean, the yummy part of the engine, as well as the IP Masquerena, are pretty well contested by the Mud Dragon, being able to protect from targeting here.
For all darks. Yeah, he did call dark. I heard that.
We're going to be using Prayers, tributing the Futsu from hand, similar to Christian's opening. And there's a Ghost Bell.
Ghost Bell on top of it all. That's going to stop the Prayers, and it's usually that additional interruption that you don't know that seals the deal in these kind of matchups.
That's fun.
But he still gets the effect of Futsu, and because the activation of Prayers was negated, he can use another Prayers in this turn. I mean, yeah, still a lot for Matthew to deal with, but he is building up to do so. The additional interruption not boding well for him. All right, we get Habakiri to hand, which we mentioned does not do nearly as much because of the Saji in the graveyard. It looks like we're going to be using Prayers. He's considering if he wants to tribute the Aramasa or not. Looks like we're tributing Habakiri in hand that was added off the Herald the Arclight.
Matthew needed something here to stop this Prayers.
I don't even know how many cards he has in his hand, really.
Not many. I think it's like one at this point because he had the Super Poly, had to discard a card from his hand.
All right, it looks like we will be summoning the Murakumo and attempting to chain block here. We'll see which...
Haba 1, Murakumo 2.
Yep. Yeah, Murakumo will be chain link 2.
And Murakumo destroying the Mud Dragon also turns back on all those enemy interruption cards.
At least forced him to use that effect first.
Sorry.
Unfortunately, I don't think he has that many pushes left. Will this be enough to force a game 3?
And Matthew doesn't want to give it up, but it's feeling like we're pretty close to having to go to a game number 3 here.
Yeah, that's pretty darn good. You have how many in hand? None?
No cards in hand.
Yeah, that last Ghost Bell, that was tough. He was already having enough time dealing with the cards that he knew. And the last card he didn't know.
All right, another Prayers added for the following turn.
Oh, sorry, this was wrong. Yeah, this was. I'm sorry. Yeah, searching on Haba. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
You're good.
That was perfectly legal, Ed. Yeah.
So.
All right, Habakiri and a card in hand. What is that last mystery card?
Go.
Can it answer everything else? No,
There's
it cannot.
No way. Yeah. All right,
Okay.
here we go. Fist bump before game 3, and Matthew will be going first. It's time to duel. I already see a card in his hand that you usually can search out from your extra deck that gets you access to a particular card that you don't want to see summoned to the field, but we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I mean, he drew it alongside two cards that you don't really want to draw if you're going to have them together. But we'll see if he has an actual way to play, because I kind of don't think he does.
Oh, I didn't even see that he drew the search target too for it. Oh no!
Yeah,
there goes normal summon, barrier statue.
But doesn't really work if you have nothing else. He bricked. This is the only play he has.
Summon water barrier. Your go. That torrent statue is going to prevent anyone from special summoning.
Neither player can play this game anymore.
Yeah, just nothing but water monsters. Just summon the water statue. And like, there was a lot of buzz about this weekend that the Mitsurugi deck can still access this particular barrier statue through 7th Tachyon. But there is a downside to it. It isn't part of your main strategy. It's something additional that you look to do. But we're going to see if it is enough. Does he just pass back the barrier statue of Torrents?
All right, it has to swing 8 times.
Oh, I didn't expect that.
Wow. Step one, have another turn. It just shut down Christian's complete hand. Absolutely incredible.
Who will draw their other little...
La Jin would have been an out. So La Jin, the mystical genie of the lamp, could have cleared this. I got to go add La Jins to my deck for the next time I'm facing down a barrier statue. There's no Hope Harbinger protecting this thing. Like, I love this, Matthew. Thinking about his plays, how many, so if I attack with this, how many more turns would this need to stay on the field?
I'm just wondering how long it's going to take him to find a Saji.
He's doing some massive multiplication. All right, 1,000 times 7. All right,
Kusanagi, he's counting the clock here. How many just hacks does this make? So
overlay. Does he play a water? Does he have a rank 4 water?
Which one would it be? The Abyss Dweller is... Oh, Ragnazero. I guess that has to be the one you reveal.
Okay.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense because you have to have an attribute, like the similar attribute. So now he's turning off his water barrier statue. A gamble, but I would not bank on the the statue of Torrents attacking over and over and over again.
All right, so now he just has to be able to deal all the damage here. He's summoned 3 times up to this point. Being able to grab prayers here would close out the game if there's no way to stop the Amino Murakumo when it comes back.
Dude, Ragnazero, Habakiri, I kind of like the interaction of those 2 cards also on the field. Because Ragnazero has to destroy a monster with altered attack, and the Habakiri altering the attack. I like it.
I doubt you're actually summoning the Ragnazero that often. I don't think he expected to do this.
I've never seen it. But that's what the best duels do, is they do the unexpected.
All I had to do was buy 1 turn, but I mean, if Christian can survive this turn, I think he's in a good spot. A lot of resources were wasted to be able to make this play.
1, 2.
Aramasa
Statue of Torrents Pass. That's absolutely incredible. But yeah, as you're saying, Saji, Aramasa going to the graveyard for ritual to summon Murakumo. Habakiri is going to be added to the hand from the Aramasa. Saji's going to add a spell or trap.
I imagine it's just going to be adding Prayers here. Prayers is the card that finishes this game at this point.
Prayers is all Matthew had turn on. Not Mitsurugi prayers, just prayers that the barrier statue of Torrents was going to be enough for a turn. And his prayers were answered.
Both these players are living on a prayer right now, but will Christian have an answer?
Just Torrent Pass, man. That's absolutely incredible.
I said it. This deck bricks, but like...
2 summons.
Yeah, neither of these decks
3 summons.
doing too great from the get-go, but that Ragnazero...
All right, looks like he was entered the battle phase and swung with both those monsters. Oh, no, okay.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah, but
doing so now.
This is still enough.
32.
It is enough,
He
assuming it
distributes
resolves.
the Murakumo and bring back Murakumo with his own effect and attack again.
Yeah, assuming there's no
BD
Bestial
Crow,
here.
Bestial. And maybe, Christian hoping Matthew will bring back the Murakumo with prayers, but...
They both know that's not happening.
Yeah, so the monster you spell summon from the graveyard of the prayers can't attack, but Murakumo coming back after being tributed 100% can attack again.
So this is the big thing, is it was worth considering yeah, this is the part
I forgot that the sky is under here, and I was going to chain block it, and I effed that up.
That's right.
Yeah, I was wondering why he used the Aramasa effect. Given if he got ashed on the Saji, it's still pretty bad, but it would have been a better position than this. If he brought back the Aramasa here to chain block the Habakiri or like the Murakumo, that's what he needed here, because I think that was the opening that it took.
He just needed that option. Oh, that's insane.
Yeah,
we talked about it. It's probably, and he immediately realized it too. Like in his head, he had that plan that's what he wanted to do. But just like all it takes is that one small mistake, and that can cost you everything.
Totally.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely expensive here. He still has Habakiri. He still has the ability to play this game. I do believe he has a Purification in his hand, so he's not out of the game just yet. But Christian is in a much better position than he was a couple minutes ago.
I mean, he's alive. So that's great.
Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that.
See, but you can hear Matthew just reeling from that. Like, He knew how to play around it. Just the smallest mistake. That's what I love about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is you have to do everything perfectly.
And in main phase 2, the
follows.
Christian really wanted him to make this exact play, put him in this position. Now he's in main phase 2. He can be more afraid to commit. That's fine. There's one set.
Oh, that's devastating for Matthew. He's got to shake it off.
Yeah.
You got to shake it off and move on.
Stand by mid.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see how this. Okay, we're entering main phase.
Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has those days. But Christian today is going to be activating Marshmallow, Yummy, the special one in hand. He knows he doesn't have to play around anymore. Those like K9 cards, more than likely, so he's going to be able to utilize that effect.
All right, well, he does have to be careful if he's going to place the minion on the field because that Ragnar Zero is looming.
Yeah, I would love to see Ragnar Zero's effect to destroy a monster, draw a card. All right, normal summon Fualos working with what he's got. We've talked about Fualos being going to Almiraj last game, and here it is. After playing Yummy for a little while, I would never not include Almiraj in my deck, unless I wasn't playing those interactions from the hand. You just have to be able to turn any monster that you normal summon into Link 1.
Yeah, anything that could be a Link 1. Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Alistair.
No.
No?
He's gone.
It's too soon?
Not soon enough.
Not
wait.
soon enough. He was around for so long, you know.
That was the problem.
All right, Cubs Yummy Way is up next. Gonna add a couple of Yummy cards from the deck in the hand.
Marshmallow already in the grave, so going to have to get a different one here more than likely. Gonna grab the Lollipop. We'll see which one he discards or if he discards another card in his hand. It looks like he will be discarding a copy of Nibiru, the Primal Being. Lots of responses in his hand. His hand was quite strong going into this. And he's shuffling back the Murakumo. That's really powerful here. No properly ritual summon monsters now.
Yeah, you can tell Matthew's not happy with him. He's very displeased with his play. He knows he had it, and it bites. It does not feel good, but you got to shake it off. There's still more time to be played. The tournament's still going on. But you can't give good players like Christian Urena that opportunity to get back into the game, and that's exactly what he had here right now.
I mean, he was looking for the opening. He knew where it would come from. He waited for that exact moment, and here we are, able to capitalize on it. And now he just needs to be able to close out the game. There's not a whole lot in the way. He could go ahead and activating the Cookie Yummy Way to go ahead and set that Ragnar Zero face down. So now he's free reign to get access to that minion.
Yep, he's going to use the Cups Yummy Way as a link material to link summon Yummy Snatchy. And you called it. He's probably going to go for the minion. Yummy Amusement Minion's going to bring it back Cups Yummy Way. Or sorry, Cups Yummy.
Now he has access to Surprise, so he just has to make his way to Herald the Arclight, and then his own Mitsurugi cards can close out this game. Or maybe go into Dark the Dark Charmer, if that is a card in his extra deck. I don't know if he's managed to fit that. Can't make it with those guys, but...
I mean, Matthew still has a face-down card that Christian doesn't know that he wants to play around. He did see Super Poly in the previous game. I don't know if that's something that might be on his mind. But I feel like there was a pretty good opportunity to Super Poly already.
Does he think
before
that...
the Lollipop Way came out?
Yeah, would Super Poly still be in his deck going first is another question.
True. That does seem like to be like one of the key cards that you would be taking out.
I mean, there's definitely an argument to keep it.
Yeah, it's a
very
good
strong
defensive option. All right, Synchro Summon for the Samsara Sorrow Cat. Yummy Surprise is probably going to bring back Marshmallow. Marshmallow's going to add back the Yummy Surprise. They're going to synchro those into Herald of the Arclight.
In the extra monster zone,
and
you know it. Yep. Gravity Controller comes out next. Arclight will be able to grab a copy of a ritual card. It's going to be Habakiri.
If Matthew doesn't have anything set, the writing is almost on the wall at this point. It's going to be hard for Christian to mess this up.
We're going to be activating the Habakiri here. They both know that Futsu and Habakiri are in Matthew's hand. It really limits his options here. Looks like we'll be tributing the Gravity Controller for the effect of Habakiri. Saji's going to be able to activate now to grab a copy of Prayers. Looks like he already has access to Ritual in his hand, so he'll be activating the Mitsurugi Ritual, summon Habakiri from his hand. He's tributing Aramasa and Kusanagi from the deck.
Yep, and the Kusanagi's going to add back the Ritual. The Ritual's going to tribute the Habakiri. The Habakiri's going to be turned into a Murakumo. The Habakiri is going to come back. The Murakumo is going to clean up the field, because even though the monsters are face down, they still know that they're special summoned. Well, I think, yeah, they were both special summoned, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Not very good mode.
Hmm?
No, that's fine. Yeah. It's only 2 fast.
Oh, did he forget declare? I mean, okay, doesn't want to take it back because he forgot to declare, but very simple way to fix this. Yeah.
just
Back to
Mitsurugi
Murakumo.
Mirror, summon the Futsu, summon back
Back to Murakumo,
Murakumo.
blow up.
Now he's going to use the effect. He's going to destroy,
And then you can enter battle phase, and that should be summoning the Futsu in defense for good measure.
just in case.
Battle.
Special summon, battle phase.
No, I effed that up. I
Yeah, just
Can you confirm?